It's like 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you. Some green tea for my tummy from my honey. Hope you guys are having a great evening. I'm all Briar'd up. Welcome to Smoking the Late Night Briar. It's got a different title tonight, but that's all right. We are going to do some blending. Need to give a shout out to Pipe Monkey Gary. It's crazy early where he is. It's like 3 in the morning where he is. Hey man, good to see you. How you been? Do a little bit of blending. We've had some requests with the backyard blending for some blends with Lane 1Q, which reminds me I left my notebook downstairs.
Where is it?
It's just right around where my recliner is. Should be just next to it. You're a sweetheart. Nope, that's all. Ready to learn. Awesome, buddy. I am doing well. I had just a little uneasy stomach, but then later through the day I realized us having a colitis flare up, so just swelling, but it's nothing big. Just minor discomfort, you know. So sipping tea, had some ginger, just trying to make it easier. Thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
You're a sweet pea. That's true, bud. Still no fun. That's true. So I got some Lane BCA, and Lane BCA, if you hit about 14 months, turns into like dark chocolate. It is really good. I don't have Captain Black Royal aged that far, so I can't compare them how they'd be after age, but I do think Captain Black Royal right out of the gate is a little bit better. Just in the beginning when you get it, I just don't know what the... Do I have my phone? I even have my phone on me. Oh man, we got everybody. Hey, Donald, great to see you. Dingus, hope you're doing well.
They're ready for you to start early.
Over a pipe, they were. My wife was like, you said at 9 our time, and Dingus said, I brought 6. I sent everyone this way, all 6. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, Piper said Ganjuana, Chronicles of a Pipe Maker. Welcome, welcome. Mon Claude Gans Dam. Man. And Over a Pipe, welcome in. It's been a little while. Very good to see you guys. I'm here because Dingus sent me. That's why I'm here. Dingus is like, you're going to go live and you're going to like it. I'm like, fine, I'll go live and I like it.
That Dingus sent you over right away?
Yep.
So you're on live?
Scott, great to see you. Yes, Dingus was like, hey, John, it's time to go do a live. I hope I didn't interrupt anybody's live. I was trying to wait till 11 Eastern, and I just took my time, got things ready, and I'm like, well, I'm ready. I'll just start. Yeah, Uncle Larry, welcome in. Whoo. There you go, Chronicles. Well, cool. Well, I have to give a shout out to Pipe Monkey Gary. Oh, Dingus said they were killing time till my live with a DJ session. Awesome. I didn't know. I'm pretty sure that's what that chime just was probably it telling me that you are. They're probably like, you are live. I mean, and then you get those stinking face swap ads, you know. They're like, hey, you could be chilling like this dude. Like, who? Like this ugly guy you don't know alike. Okay. I don't do it.
Oh, so you get like a message over there and over there?
Yeah. I can turn off the overlay, but then they can't see it, I don't think. So I just leave them both. It's all good. Donald often add extra time to my streams by starting early. Oh man, it is good to see you guys. If it is ever my face, just run, John. It'd be not in your case, but it'd be funny if it was one of those times you see something, you just like you just start melting like oh, Aaron, that's terrible. Anyway, Pipe Monkey Gary is 5 hours faster than Eastern time. So that poor guy might be waking up. Yeah, because he's 7 hours from now. So yeah, it's 3:30 in the morning for Pipe Monkey Gary. So nice, Donald. I have a voice for mute television, so that works out pretty good. So we got a blend. So I was trying to think of tins to bring up here, but I had my box of blending stuff already ready to go. All right, man. I was like, don't hit yourself in the head. You can just stay here. And I'm like, I got these ready. I'll do tins tomorrow. But the two, are you going to say hi?
Hi.
You want to say hi?
No.
Why? You look so pretty.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Not today.
Every day.
Today's I don't care. We stayed home.
Those are good days, though.
Yep.
So the two blends I've been getting emails about, messages. It's easy for you to say messages about. It's Lane 1Q and Cornell and Deal Haunted Bookshop. Did Dune make it for more than one smoke? Yeah, actually, I did 2, maybe 3 back to back, but I ended up smoking it 4 times. And it was good. My taste was a little off, so getting to smoke it a couple more times was like, okay. But it was good. It was a good one. It turned out nicely. Voice for closed caption, yes. Oh, you're Aaron, you're probably thinking of Edon. And we've had lots of people. It's been fun. Oh, okay. I didn't know if he meant in my live. It wouldn't be Edon though at nighttime because it's different time where he is. Hey, Dark Lord, how you doing, buddy? Oh, that is tragic and a good one over Pipe. Yeah, because I was gonna say we had Dingus and Ganji and a little bit of Todd. We had Dingus and Ganji and what's his name? We had Dingus and God, and then we had yeah, I know. I keep going into the voice. I don't know why. Second nature. I have an Arnold voice, but I have a flubber body. You should see my movie. It's creepy. They call it Kinky Jello number 9. It isn't as good as it sounds. Had a voice made for commercials. Al Harrington. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Girly man. Oh man, there was somebody here that, well, kind of in the area that was from Gurley, Wyoming or somewhere. And, they always say when they're talking on the police radio or in the news, they're like, Scotts Bluff man was kidnapped, or Gearing man or Kimball man was arrested for selling cocaine. There was a guy from Gurley, and they didn't even do a dang joke. They were just like, Gurley man arrested. I was like, yes, they finally arrested the Gurley man. But they didn't say it as funny as they could have. It was pathetic. We had neighbor kids last Halloween put up these stickers, and then these one things started melting. So our window's a little gross looking, but we kind of leave it because the flies land on it and can't get out. So we've got like 100 flies. It's awesome. It was probably Ganji. Ganji's funny every once in a while. Just every once in a while, Just because people laugh and smile when he comes in doesn't mean he's always funny. Sometimes he's being serious and they still laugh. He's got a bear. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, Mike. To the wind. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm supposed to blend something with Lane 1Q. And I'm yawning. Because I rested today. And I'm having a flare-up and colitis. So that is exhausting when your tummy's poofy like a pregnant woman and you swear you're a guy. And then you get days like this, you're like, I don't know. Might just be a pregnant lady.
That's weird.
You're telling me. Of course, I'm telling you, because wouldn't that be a surprise if I was a pregnant woman? We're like, we need to make some changes here. I'd be like, I have a bad case of denial. You know what? I have not had Dark fired with Lane 1Q. I know you're making me yawn. I'm not even that tired. He made an antler pipe errand. Yes. Ganji made awesome pipes. Yeah, that is definitely a preferred route to go, Ganji. So they finally figured out what all those dots were, Ganji? I'm just kidding. Because Aaron is like, I love you, Ganji. And Ganji goes, I love you too. I'm just waiting for these herpes to clear up.
What's bad?
Egyptian in denial. That's There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm just too lazy to make it up. Ganji. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to go with that, buddy. Seems like I couldn't go anywhere with that nobody else has been. Oh. Okay, that was a good one. Not gonna lie. Ganji was like, we're gonna play a game called Guess Your Disease. The only way to figure it out is waiting a 10-day period and then going to the doctors.
Why 10 days?
I don't know. That was just a period of time I picked. Oh. Jeff, how you doing, brother? Quit yawning. I'm drinking tea, for God's sakes.
It's not even like the sleepy veteran tea or anything.
Guess this rash. That sounds like a good game. That'd be a good game for like camp. You know how kids are. There'd be people in a tent. They'd be like, I don't know what that is. Why does it move like that? First hint, it's not athlete's balls. That's a good one. I'm making Dingus yawn. Dingus, I'm not even tired. Look, my wife is making me wake up. She's threatening to chuck stuff at me. And there's a difference between a throw and a chuck.
Hey,
What?
I'm trying to myself.
You're throwing it at my wife. How dare you, my wife?
You know, if you're taller, it's easy.
That's what I hear. Everybody tells me that. When you're taller, things are easier to reach.
Yeah.
And now you're just rubbing it in, making fun of my height. Hey, cotton ball in lane 1Q, lane 1 Q-tip. Ow! That was still a good one. I count that one. That was a little better than dad joke. That was like uncle joke. Stick an 80. That sounds interesting, said. It's either time to hang it up or turn it up. I'm pretty sure my wife sent all the cast iron skillets to Miss Kathy for Steve's behavior.
I don't have any.
So yeah, because you sent them all away. So this is some old dark fired with lane 1Q. Why? I don't know. Thank you, buddy. How are you doing recovering? Is it? It is a good night to relax and smoke a pipe. Man, I don't even know. Yeah, that's crazy. Ooh, I do have Rustica somewhere. Well, correction. Todd sent me Rustica and I smoked it all. So I had Rustica. Rustica 1Q would be good. This is actually pretty good. If you do like 2/3 lane 1Q and a 1/3 dark fired, it's not bad. It gives a light smokiness at the tail end, but you mostly taste the 1Q. So there isn't a ton of depth or flavor change, but it kind of adds something to it. You got it, recovering. Yeah, that is no good. Probably he's now the new scapegoat. Oh man, the congregation has COVID and now Dingus got your baby. Has it felt like Sunday to anybody? Because it's felt like Sunday to me all day. I woke up, I was like, I remembered last night. I'm like, oh, I got my meeting in the morning. I remembered last night. You're funny. And then today I was like,
making it feel like Sunday because you keep talking about it.
I was like, Steve and Kathy aren't on. Where is everybody? It was weird. It was like a Twilight Zone. I was like ready with my phone, no notifications, nobody's on. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Nobody invited you.
Scott said today was very Sunday to him. Depending on where he lives, it could be Sunday. So that's actually not bad. Kentucky with 1Q. 1Q does very good if you're trying to make a chocolate blend. Some 1Q, some Burley. I'm going to make myself one chocolate blend. Smoking my Phil Rivera Jumbo or Mondo Calrissian. Mondo Dublin. Oh, see, Mike Monclaude was like, I never left my pajamas. Yeah, definitely Sunday. See? I was either in pajamas or sweatpants all day.
Sweatpants stay too.
And my wife was. We're just relaxing.
I know, it's been a really good lazy Saturday. It's been nice.
Yes, Magnum Dublin. We can make a chocolate blend. I'll do it right here, right now. I don't even know if mine is still written down. Because I have 2 pages that are not in this, that's all. So I still got it written down somewhere. Probably. But I'm going to make a fresh chocolate blend because my other one, I just don't remember. It was so good. There's a certain pipe smoker in the chats. And he and I are supposed to be meeting up. So he's going to get to try some of one of the best chocolate blends I've ever had. But we got to set a day. Yeah. And I don't even know anymore. I know we're going for Saturdays, but I don't even remember. Today is so weird, man. Like it went from Friday to Sunday. I don't care. It went Friday to Sunday. Bob's chocolate flake is great. But this one tastes more chocolatey than Bob's chocolate flake. It is cocoa-y and chocolatey and wonderful. Of course, let's see what I got. I got Burley. This is where I trap myself in the chair surrounded by tobacco, which is like an amazing, amazing dream. Yeah, Bob's chocolate flake I like even more than Samuel Gawis chocolate myself. Oh, I brought 2 bags of BCA up here. It is. You know when you said I didn't need anything else?
What do you need?
I'll go grab it. I will be right back. Mrs. Albright Up is going to entertain you while I go grab a couple tobaccos. More or less.
thought you said you needed 2 things.
I did. I thought they were. Oh, I set them in this stinking bag, I bet. What'd you do with my tobaccos?
What do you mean?
My wife stole my tobaccos.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not helping me make my own
What are
way
you-
out.
Hey, what are you even looking for? Don't ignore me. That's rude.
Your cat was hiding it.
I was gonna blame the cat, but then you left.
Haha! All right.
He stole your chair and then he stole your tobacco.
He did. My cat hid my Turkish because I know he played with the box by the chair. And it knocked the bag over, so I didn't see it on the other side of the box. Now he's napping in the chair like, I didn't do anything. Yes. Yeah, the cocoa taste. I'll wait to try it with J4 Burley. I thought about that. But we're going to make it work. I'm going to use some. Oh, for goodness sakes. I'm not going anywhere. I don't give a dang. I thought this was my tub of Burley and it's Captain Black Royal.
Well, when you brought that up, I thought that was.
You thought it was wrong? Because I'm a loser.
What do you need? It's a tub like that?
Yeah, but I'm not going to send you for it. It's okay.
What is it?
Granger.
Oh, that blue tub?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to do some food down there anyways.
Good, it's not my fault.
What is?
Okay, it's my fault. How was that good? This is how she wins arguments. I team up against myself just in case. Yeah, my dad will say that. He'll be like, let's watch a game. And I'm like, they're never good. You know, they always advertise, they're like, look at these great plays you see once out of 20,000 games. Wow, Dingus, I don't even know what that is. Is that like farting water? In a mini donut? Squish your head. Nebraska hasn't been good since the 80s. That is not true. Because I grew up in the late 80s and I've seen some awesome Nebraska games. They haven't been good since the 90s, okay? Get it right. You just make of it what you will. That's awesome, Dingus. Oh, I know what I need to do. I had to figure out what the heck I was going to do. That's what I need to do. There you go, Dingus. I did, Dingus. Dingus actually replied. Yeah, I got you, Ganji. Well, and the problem is with Nebraska, they had a bunch of bad hosts, not hoes, bad hosts, bad coaches. They had a string of a few bad coaches. So now that they get a bad team, they want to blame the coach. Dingus, you may or may not have an email of sorts. All right, so let's make this stinking chocolate blend.
What's taking you so long?
I don't know. I'm getting into the chat. So I don't even remember exactly how it went. We're just going to make it up as we go. It's hard to mess it up, even though I've done it. Takes skill. So we got some Granger, which is a great burley for blending. It does not need a lot to begin with. Oh, that is nice of you, Dingus. I appreciate that, buddy. I may be able... Thank you, guys. May be able to do... Oh! Thumbs up, Crusader. That Dingus has my luck, man. Has my buck. Has my back. Dingus, you have my buck back. That sounds terrible. I can't speak neither. I never claimed to know how to speak. Hey, Dingus, did you get that email, buddy? Just let me know. Okay, just checking. Just checking, Dingus. This is... You actually forget there's Kentucky in here. Like, you could actually do about half and half Kentucky in 1Q. I think it'd be good. But it's good. It adds something to 1Q, so that's a big improvement. And I already liked 1Q. All right, Dingus, we got a game. Do you have a free pen handy? I'm so disorganized.
Well, it's because I was going to do some baking, and you got everything set up, and then may have possibly changed my mind.
Go ahead and bake if you feel like it.
I don't know.
I was kidding. I don't know.
Do I have a pen?
Yeah. Eric, what was I looking for? Oh, look at this. Yeah. Eric, what was I looking for?
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, John.
What? Oh, look at this.
Can I resend the link, or can I use that link? John.
Yeah.
What? Oh. All right. Can I resend the link, or Or can I use that link?
You giving me the double talk? I think he's switching to something. Wow. Oh, I read like Arnold. I was like, wow. I think he was getting feedback from like phone and computer or something. Yeah, sometimes if you have a phone and a laptop going, it'll do the echo. I think that's why he left. Because usually Dingus doesn't have it. All right. Yeah, I will not. All right, we got some Burley. Bam.
Can you hear me?
Yes, and there's no echo.
Echo.
What? That was a good one. I almost believed you. You sounded like my echo.
Full contact golf. In a world where people that are white and bored have nothing better to do,
And can't jump and play basketball.
they take to the streets with their clubs. I've got Callaway. It's got a bigger head.
They take to the streets of New York with their clubs. I'm walking here. Not anymore.
I'm golfing here.
When a madman chases pedestrians with a golf club, he doesn't hit one, he doesn't hit two, but four.
You'll get back here, you kids.
Oh, Ganji made boobs.
Yeah, and I can put my keyboard away now.
I didn't say. I mean, like, you know, people that stare off at TVs. Those are boobs. Those kind of boobs.
Or there's those, the birds with the blue feet, the blue boobies, and the brown
The
boobies.
blue-footed boobies.
Yeah.
That is a fun bird to read to kids at an elementary school about.
I don't know if I should be worried about that or not, John.
They're young. They're young enough they don't understand, but man, it's hard not to laugh when you're saying the words.
Can you put different backgrounds on this?
Yeah.
No, I mean like me, like behind me.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
I can put my logo in the corner.
I can change avatar.
Now I can be upstairs and downstairs at the same damn time.
Oh, I'm not gonna turn off my camera. That's stupid. Uh-oh, where did I go? Tried to download it. Yeah, no, I don't think I can. Ooh, I can enter into private chat though. What am I
It's been a while since I've chatted privates. Oh my goodness, Donald is throwing in the variety.
See, and then Martin comes up with no one said they didn't support, and then you got boobs right above it.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we? Is it breasts? Is there a thing?
I don't know. I think we can say that because technically, men and women, that area of the chest is your breast. That's why they're called breastplates and stuff. So
Well, yeah, but the definition of woman is becoming fluid of late.
that's true. Oh, that was almost double entendre there.
Yeah. It's going for the gold, but I'll settle for the silver. So what are you going to blend up tonight, John?
I'm going to make some chocolate blend first, man.
Chocolate.
It's going to be freaking good. I've gotten it right 3 times. One was the absolute best, and I haven't made it since. and I'm feeling confident.
I'll come up with a good name for it.
Nice. Smear.
That's like on that movie Accepted, where the school is South Harmon Institute of Technology. It's shit. So they were the shitheads.
There, I had to change the name of the live now.
Does it say it somewhere?
Yeah, it should be at the top. How are you doing, Jay?
Oh, Jay!
We got ReEmbering the Good Times with Dr. Dingus.
Yeah, it's there. Mahalo. You need what to draw? Do you need a pen?
Grandpa's always got pens.
Yeah. Especially when his office is at home right now.
That's right. That's how my dad always was. Half of them may not work, but he had pens like you wouldn't believe.
You want what?
It's a pen.
You want a pen? You want lots of pens?
Uh-huh. You know, lots of
you-
pens.
Go ask Grammy where her pens are.
My wife's like, Granny?
Grammy.
Oh, very nice, Jay. I've been looking at cigars lately. I'm going to have to wait to get some, but I've been looking at them. I'm smoking some 2/3 Lane 1Q with 1/3 Kentucky, and it's pretty dang nice.
Mike. Yeah. You going to come and repaint from 4 foot down along the walls?
Oh, don't hold her back. Get her a stepladder. Then just when you're sitting down, look up at Betty and say, "You're higher than I am. You can clean the walls." All right, so I got to get another ingredient. I'm so like, I don't know, not weak or tired or quite fatigued. My arms are tired. That's all it is.
Thank you for covering. She is cute. Ganjuana will start addressing you as such. I like Cookie.
Ooh, my pronouns are homie, Holmes, OG, gangster, cookie, and pumpkin or cookie. Okay. I identify as a beached whale most days. And everybody knows that sex differs from gender, okay?
Oh. I'm working on still cleaning my Brebby.
Is that the one from earlier?
No. Well, yeah, I started on it. But
I like that egg bowl shape.
that's the one from earlier.
Ah. Nice.
Yeah, it's I started off using it for aromatics, and now I'm trying to switch it back over to everything else.
Awesome.
Because that's how I keep my pipes separate. Is I've got aromatics and then everything else. But I'm gonna let it set for a little while. Let it calm down a bit.
I understand that, Ganji.
What'd Ganji say?
He identifies as lesbian and his wife approves.
Hey, you know what? That's the only way to go. At least you'll never come home surprised.
She's like, "What are you today?" Be like, the same thing I was yesterday, but I can't say it on the air.
First.
All right, so I've got ribbon Turkish, Smyrna Turkish. See, all of a sudden I went from going slow with Granger to having 5 blends in here. And Granger and Lane 1Q. And now I just don't know what to do. Maybe
Donald.
Lane DCA, but it had to be a tiny bit.
Donald's trying to call me a segregationist.
I see that. But I agree, Donald. It is wrong to segregate myself from my wife. I don't care if she's in the shower when I go looking for her.
That was so cute.
Her sneezes?
Yeah.
I know. Bless you. You should hear them sometimes in person, like,
It's like Pikachu's over there. Pikachu!
see, it's not just me. You can't even be embarrassed. You weren't even on camera.
No, as soon as I sneezed, and he's like, "Oh, that's so cute." I was like,
And you're like,
"Hey."
I don't think he means me. Just got the sneaky dingus here. And Monclaude says, bless you.
Thank you.
You outed yourself.
On the air, now we got to get you one of those signs. That's true. They're going to have a sign for everything anymore.
For real.
Like, pretty soon, I'm going to have to start walking into friends' houses and just be like, okay, before we get anything going here, before you guys ask how my day's going, I have to make it known I'm a lesbian.
You were going to go swinger with that.
No. I almost said straight, but I'm like, now if I say that, I'll get hunted down, so I got to be careful.
Yeah. We got to get you an on the air sign.
I do. They got the live thing, but I need to. You know what? We can do an on the air sign. Hang on.
That's something I might actually be able to get done. I think I have everything I need for that.
All right, here we go. This will be cool. All right, the bottom left, buddy.
Dingus and the booby. Speaking of boobies, this one time, my sister-in-law was over, and me and Carolyn, or me and Betty, we wrestle all the time. And one of the ways I fight her is by grabbing her boobs. And so her sister and I are messing around, and we're chasing each other around the apartment. And for some reason, she ended up behind me and scared me. I flipped around and grabbed her boobs. It's so awkward. You know, you're sitting there holding her boobs, just like, ah!
Wait a minute. Natural reaction, pause for a second. Common sense says, get away. That's all right. One time, my brother, well, at the time was his fiance, and she's the one I've told you about that's like tried to sell his house out from under him twice. And she's one of those women that her attitude makes her like way uglier than she is normally. And my mom was like, because I was in, what was it, high school or something when they met. And so I was in wrestling and stuff. And she's like, yeah, he's been in wrestling and working out. And she's like, show her your muscles. I'm like, this is very uncomfortable. This is my brother's fiance. And I don't, like, there isn't even attraction. Like, I can't even lie to myself. Like, there is nothing there. And and so I was like, Mom, and I didn't have my shirt on anyway, so she looked, and my mom's like, he can make you want to leave. I won't say my brother's name, but I'm like, I don't think so, Mom. And I left the room. So I was not the most polite at the time, but looking back, I was right on the money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's, when they got married, I wrote my condolences, which again, I was right on the money.
So Ganji says he's up to 96 subs.
Half a pound of dawdle. It better be Captain Black dawdle.
Is that what you're giving away, Ganji? Half a pound of dawdle?
And you're right, Donald. I will not make jokes about Squirtle. Squirtle, squirt. I was just imagining it for a minute.
I'll put in for your sub gaw.
Heck yeah. I'm already subbed. I was gonna check, but I know I am because it showed me the other day. But then again, it could be different today. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, every other day I'm unsubbed from somebody else. You know, like Cosmo the other day, Cat Dad Piper. I went over to check on a video of his, and it said subscribe in red, and I was like, what? Because I know I've been subscribed to him. It just randomly kicks you off. That's right, Mike.
Hey, Todd. If you're in the chat, I'm just keeping it to 2 hosts so I don't start getting sound delays.
You mean like when me and Idan, that was so funny, John, when all of a sudden you'd come through with some Schwarzenegger sound in the middle of just me and him talking.
And I said it like 25 minutes prior.
Yeah. And it kept getting further each time.
I'm going to send Todd a message to let him know.
Todd, we love you. Oh, I'm going to pause. I'm going to mute this.
Oh, apparently my notifications are not turned off, or my do not disturb is not on. So I was like, ba-dang! Sorry, that was louder than it was supposed to come out. Useless Tube strikes again. I like that, Donald. That's a good name. That's also what she said. Giving is how you make the miracle happen.
Right.
That is true. I'll add a teeny tiny bit of BCA, like a quarter of a freaking pinch. It's even less than it looks like, but all right. So let's see. If this is any good, it'll be good. If it's not any good, it'll be in a giveaway coming soon. If it's bad, you just call it black coffee, you know. This is the bitterest tobacco I've ever had. Actually, it's black coffee. You're a genius.
Guys.
Oh, no problem, Todd.
Come on now.
If my computer could handle it, man, I'd love to have you in here. I'd be honored. So don't apologize, buddy.
15 lucky viewers who do 3 20-minute VRs and share to Facebook.
Oh, well, that gets rid of everybody because I don't have Facebook.
You know what, Ganji? If you get up to 100 and you don't do a GA, I'll do it for you.
Mwah. That's when you send somebody a bunch of junk and blame it on Ganji. They're like, "What is this? This is pre-smoked."
A box of like pre-smoked broken basket pipes.
Like, and like you know, it'll be better than like the dottle or ash. You get like those little smokable pieces that are just charred, like half burnt tobacco from like 80 bowls, and they get like a 2-ounce sample.
Just tell them it's all a lot of Kia.
Yeah.
Bob's Chocolate Quake, 50-50, lane 1Q, and
Holy shit. That sounds good. Did I leave my Bob's Chocolate? Of course. I leave Bob's Chocolate Flake up here for 3 months. I take it downstairs yesterday, and now I'd like it.
I don't see now, Donald. Wouldn't that just taste like Sutliff's chocolate mousse? Which
I want to eat a whole mousse made of milk chocolate.
Like an actual, like, to scale size mousse.
Yeah.
You'd shit yourself.
They're like, you'll get a stomach ache. I'll be like, it'll be worth it. I'm long past the stomach ache.
Stomach ache would be the least of your worries.
Right.
You have to deal with freaking diabetes you get first.
That is true.
Ganji. Oh man.
Oh, damn it. That is my loss, Ganji. Son of a gun. I knew I'd screw up tonight. It has to happen. All right, we'll try this. As soon as this bowl is empty, I even brought I had to double check. I'm like, did I actually bring it or did I leave it downstairs? I brought my meerschaum up here to try this coffee blend. But Ganji, you're gonna get a nice sample of my remaining 1.5 year aged best chocolate blend that I've made so far.
Bob's best bitter.
Bob's dark chocolate flake. It's just all that bitterness you get from pipes.
Bob's chocolate lager. So you can drink.
Bob's chocolate log.
You could smoke it, but I wouldn't.
I'm waiting for, they all like elderberries and stuff. I'm waiting for someone to have a sense of humor and label it freaking Smurf berries or something.
Right. Like, one of my favorite movies, I talk about it all the time, that Buckaroo Banzai. They got characters in there, the aliens, and their names are like, first name is all John. They're all John. But their last name differs. And there's like John Smallberries, John Big Booty, just tons of these names that are just insane.
Just rename all the Smurfs. Smurfs did get funny, but it lost its class when they started using the word Smurf for several different words.
I don't know. It went weird, like somewhere around Smurfette.
Well, I bet it got all sorts of weird around Smurfette.
It's like all of a sudden, the Smurfs world opened up. They're all running around with these new hormones. They don't know what's going on. All they know
they're
is
trying to include her in the opening up.
Yeah, she's in heat, because I'm sure Smurfs get in heat, and these poor bastards are running around.
They just ought to base them all off of different cat personalities. One of them runs through the forbidden bushes, and it's like catnip. It just goes crazy all over the place. Other ones are laid out taking naps on benches and stuff.
Ganji, that's your bathwater, for sure.
See, I was like canning jar, and then he said my bathwater. I'm like, I would still take the jar.
Yeah,
I'd clean the jar.
I might take the jar of bathwater. I'll just keep it on the shelf behind me for lives and whatnot.
Save it for maybe with a year of age, it'll curdle.
You never know. Maybe I could collect some DNA from it, leave it in weird places for people to find. I don't know.
With the grandkids, instead of like Easter, you're hiding chocolate eggs, you're hiding like random jars of stuff.
Yeah, it's like playing geocaching, but instead of your geoframing. You know what? No.
I figured you'd like the jar back. I knew there's always a catch.
Yeah, with him.
I'll drink the water, but I don't want to give the jar back, okay? I'm not a fool.
Keep the jar and send a zippy. Mike.
That'd be a good test of the mail system. Like any unlucky person that throws that box in the truck and bursts open the bag is going to have gross packages.
Oh man, my dad used to email back or not email, but ship back and forth with other guys, and this one guy in Montana used to ship these blow up sheep with a hole in the back.
Please pay return shipping. If you pay, I'm knocking things over. If you pay for the initial shipping, then maybe Mike at Briar'd Blues will cover the return shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Nice, but he's not a sucker. Smoke a groovy blue. What does that mean? What's that mean, Sid? Phil
Riviera.
Dude.
Rivara.
You cracked me up last night when Martin froze up. And you're just like, oh, this is awkward. Dude, you should have just kept going. It was great. Just hearing your voice.
Maybe Martin reported him. Or somebody sticking up for Martin. Martin had like a super fan.
Philip.
That's what got him all screwed up with YouTube.
Oh man.
How you doing, Phil? Good to see you, buddy. I don't always make a lot of lives. I figured I better make my own.
Yeah, Martin's a good sport. Funny thing is, I haven't been like sharing his show like I should have been, and so I finally did it Friday, and then that's the one he's like an hour late to.
Hopefully he wasn't like, I gave Dingus the first hour on the show. Maybe if I turn up an hour late, I don't have to have him on.
You know, it's a testament to his show, though, that everybody stuck around for the most part. You know, I mean, at one point there were 30 people waiting, and that was after a half an hour of waiting.
I felt bad for having to leave the phone charge for the last 20 minutes because I was straightening up and I just needed to set the phone down, and I just, you know, you get busy, you tune things out even if you're trying to listen. And then it was quiet for a little bit, and then, which is probably when he froze. But I remember it being quiet, and I'm like, oh, maybe they finished. I'll finish what I'm doing and go back. And then I heard him talking again. I was like, oh, good, they're still on. And then they ended it. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, it was pretty tumultuous.
Oh,
Off and on, off and on. Yeah, right, Phil? What's that thing from SpongeBob? 2 hours later.
yeah.
1 hour, 11 minutes later.
I love that stinking show. 3 hours later.
I tried to hate it, but you can't.
It's the best damn show on TV.
You know, I grew up when I was in high school. Ren and Stimpy came out. I don't know if you're familiar with Ren and Stimpy.
I remember the old Ren and Stimpy was really good because it wasn't just stupidity. There was a context of humor behind it.
Yeah. The humor was a lot like SpongeBob, and
Yeah.
the animation was too, and I appreciate that.
And then they did that remake a year or so ago, and they're just being stupid. It's like they had no idea what the original writers were doing.
Yeah. Sorry, Phil, you're so legendary.
You are legendary for pipes, though, Phil. See, that's why I'm smoking.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those. Damn it. Hey, Phil, I want to do a gourd calabash, like a big mother, like we're talking. Boom,
He
baby.
wants to be able to dip his beard in the bowl.
Well, no, I want to. What I want to be able to do is watch Sherlock Holmes old Sherlock Holmes movies with a gourd Sherlock shaped pipe. You know.
Did you see Inglourious Bastards?
Yes.
That pipe. I love I can't recall the actor's name that plays the German officer that's.
Oh man, I usually
acting as
can't.
an
I love
inquisitor.
that guy. That guy is awesome.
He is so damn good that he's one of those people. It's like when you go to a basketball game and you're still cheering for the sport, even though the one really talented guy or two on the other team is whooping your whole team's rear.
Right.
You're like still cheering because it's great basketball being played. It's like that.
So
He's such a good actor. He could be a terrible villain, and I'd still enjoy watching him.
Christoph Waltz.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see.
I could not remember the first name at all. And then I wanted to say the first name was Walt, and I'm like, there's something wrong here.
It's on YouTube for $3.99 or Vudu for $3.99. That's probably to rent it.
Probably.
Let me see here. There's got to be a scene with the pipe, though, right?
And even though that movie wasn't exactly accurate, it had some entertaining front end in it. I didn't want to like it. Then I was watching it and I'm like, this is actually fun to watch.
Oh man, how do I do this with? Oh, I know how I do this. Okay, kill the volume there. Okay, let me see. Where's the pipe at? Can you still hear me, John?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the other dude's got a pipe too. He's got like a, what is that? It almost looks like a Missouri Meerschaum, one of their hardwood pipes.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to remember that actor. I'll tell you that right now.
Here. Do you guys see any of that?
I couldn't believe they killed the one dude. I was like, son of a gun. That escalated quickly.
Can you see that at all, John?
Yeah, a little bit. None of the words I can read, but
It's almost like a cob. Okay. And then when does he get into his pipe? Dang it. It's the wrong pipe scene.
I think he shows up when he's questioning the people hiding the Jewish girl.
Yeah, but that's this place.
But he puts it, I think does he pull the pipe out or put it away when he arrives?
Ooh.
I think he pulls it out when he arrives.
Let me see.
Which is that's a bold move to just pull it out when you arrive.
That's what she said.
I'm here for your Jews and any good tobacco.
It's so wrong.
It is so wrong. He just wants to share a bowl with them, okay? In my version, he does.
You've got a nicer view of the world than most.
I do.
Dang it. It keeps showing. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes, exactly. That pipe there. Exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. Big old Sherlock Calabash gourd. It'll probably cost me about 3.2 thousand. Semi-pro would smoke. Yes, Tarantino can tell a story. I love Tarantino.
Have a good one, Mike. Thanks for joining, buddy. Donald, thank you for joining too. It's always good to see you guys. I appreciate it.
Night, Mike. Night, Donald.
And you guys were nice to wait till Dingus has been co-hosting for a while before he leaves, so he didn't catch on. That was nice of you. So big they call it Sherhor Calabash. I mispronounced that. Sure War. Sorry, YouTube.
You know, they had at the pipe event I went to last Friday, they had a Peterson Calabash is what it was called, but it was like the bowl on it was maybe 3/4 wide out to out. It was like the smallest little pole ever.
Oh yeah. It's not good in every case.
It's not an actual calabash. He says, "Show me the pic. Show it to me. Do it now.
Show me the pic." You don't look anything like your online profile. Show me the pic. Do it now. I'm not going to log in while you're with me and show you your picture. You know what you look like. Come on. All right, I'm going to try this chocolate blend I've been talking about for an hour.
John, I think your picture froze up.
Bullshit. It couldn't have. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I can. Oh, there it is. It just popped up now. All right, now show me the pic. Stanley Asbeer? on my third Sierra Nevada Pale Stanley ass beer. Pale stale. Oh, stale ass beer. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is close to the chocolate. It's freaking good. It's got a really nice nutty taste. Oh, that's good.
It's a bit nutty like me.
It's getting a little chocolatier. That's good. That's pretty close.
That's what he said.
It's getting chocolatier. Quiet.
It's like Charlie at the chocolate factory.
Oh, that is damn good.
You know, John, some people got it, some people don't. Apparently you got it.
I think so. It's almost like a dark cocoa. Almost like a malt, but like with a little pinch of dark chocolate in it. So it tastes more like dark cocoa than chocolate, but it's freaking good. I am proud to announce when I screw up if I make a good blend out of it anyway.
That you're going to be like, I'm proud to announce another great blend from John, the master.
It is, but since my goal was chocolate, I'm just going to see what happens. I don't think I need the Turkish.
You okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh. You don't need the
BCA and
turkey.
Burley. I think BCA and Burley in 1Q would be about right. Where did I put the 1Q? Damn it. Oh, there we go. I put my notebook on the box over the 1Q.
Nice, Phil. You had the heart of a giant. That's where you go, giant asshole. I mean, giant. Lovely guy.
Pale stale ass ale. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a mouthful. I was just thinking, it sounds like something that would be made in California.
Pale stale ain't a sale.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's Anna Sale, not anus ale. Mispronunciation there, YouTube.
Yeah, sorry.
I can't read.
My mom never helped me learn.
My mom never taught me how to read. I thought you said you didn't have a mom. Exactly.
The school system failed me.
I shouldn't even laugh because they kind of did for me.
I know they did for my kids.
At least elementary school, especially.
Oh, I had a great time in elementary school.
My best time was towards the end of high school. My sophomore year, I just got burned out of all the stupidity of the students and the teachers in the school. And so I was like ready to get out of there. I was like, gosh, these last 2 years are going to drag. Well, I did all my difficult classes the first couple years. And then they went to block scheduling where you do like 4 classes one day and 3 another day.
Yeah.
And I excelled with that. I loved that. And I was on the honor roll. And my last year, like on my difficult days, my hardest class was English. And I was really good at that. Like with the composition stuff and grammar, I was great at that. Otherwise, it was like band and choir and art.
Yeah.
And then they used to give us we had pretty good lunch periods. It was like 55 minutes or some weird number. And then I had a free period after that. So I had like a 2.5 hour lunch. So my friend and I would go to my house at lunch break and play video games before our last class of the day.
I went to so many different schools. I don't even know what normal is because all of them are different. All of them have different rules. I think I went to, I don't know, probably a dozen different schools growing up.
My wife went to different schools because her dad was in the Navy, but she had a few really good ones.
I think the worst one was when they shut down our school and sent us all to the inner city school, and we weren't prepared for that. It was a interesting learning curve.
Well, when you need something different than what you're getting, and then you go to more of a number versus a person, I could only imagine just going in being like, well, now I'm just lost and I'll just get through this.
Yep. One school I went to in Lakewood, that place was like a prison. All the different races were all grouped up. I had to hang out with the white kids because if I didn't, I'd get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
The real crap part about that was I played football, and like there was a small percentage of us on the team that were white. So you had to watch yourself. Heck,
I was in wrestling for a little bit, and I learned that the students on varsity, out of like 8 or so of them, maybe 2 were really, really good, and 5 of them were on cocaine, and one of them was like that one, and the other 5 were just favored, so they were just picked.
Yep. Gold team. Every coach is a favorite. One time we went and played we had an away game at this school. It was a junior high, but it went to 9th grade. It did 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay.
And then
6,
the
8,
high school did
7,
10, 11, 12. Anyway, so we went to an away game and we slaughtered them. And we're waiting out front for our bus, which for some reason is taking forever. And some Bloods pull up in a car, and our team is full of wannabe Crips, and our team colors were blue and white, so that was really great. And so they started talking crap with some of the members of our team, and next thing you know, they came back through with a gun and started popping off at us. I never ran so fast in my life.
Jeez.
Yeah. That year I got a 0.01 GPA.
Yeah, at some point you're not really giving a damn about your grade points.
You really don't. You're just looking at surviving.
Yeah, our middle school and our high school, or no, our elementary school. Yeah, gosh. So our elementary school had a bomb threat. So they had us go to a different elementary school for the day, which was pretty cool because then later on when I was in college, I ran into some, that school had a lot of nice kids in the class we were in. And so it was just meeting up with friends, we only spent a day with them, but it was really nice. And then in middle school, we had a shooting threat, and then high school, we had a bomb threat. And I was like, don't you guys have something better to do with your time? Like, you do a threat, and you still have to go to school anyway or skip. Like, do what you're going to do, but don't be stupid.
Yeah, no shit. Phil says By his junior year, he went from "Can I have my ass back" to kicking ass and taking names, numbers next.
Wow.
Ah!
Phil's walking down the hall. Come here.
I think it was around junior year, I got a reputation of being crazy and everybody left me alone. So it worked out. Because my stepbrother and I got into a fight, and it was a pretty good one. We both ended up pretty busted up, but we all worked at the same restaurant. And so some of the kids from school did too. And my brother came in and everybody was asking what happened. And so my stepmom told him that I went crazy and just slaughtered him. And then that got transferred all around the school, and people just left me alone after that. It was pretty nice.
Great to see you, 907. You have a good one, buddy.
Later, man.
Eat extra helpings for me and Dingus. And Phil, because he needs it. If you don't gain 10 pounds, you weren't trying.
Dude, right now I'm just happy I can hold it where I'm at. It's getting out of control. Hey, RD.
How you doing, sir?
How many people are even in the chat, John?
It's not accurate. It'll tell me how many. I could switch, but it'll tell me how many are on Restream. Like, Restream will give me a number and YouTube will give me a number. But they change, you know, they're not up to date all the time. So far, through what Restream is showing is 8. But I'm thinking that's just in the chat, because a lot of times I'll get out of a live and it'll say like peak of 22 or 35 or
peak occurrence.
Yeah, like I need to give a thank you to the viewers in here and so-called I can't even talk. So-called lurkers. I appreciate you all and thank you for being with us.
Yeah, and if you can, hit that thumbs up.
Thank you, Dingus.
Hit that thumbs up for John. You all know him. He's all Briar'd up. He's ready. He's ready for your thumb.
Damn it.
Thumbs up, baby.
I was going to say something.
So right, went so wrong.
And you were sounding so nice. I was like, oh, I'll hold back. And then you said it. I was like, I should have said it. You're watching Dingus in the thumbnail. It's easy to get snagged in here.
Next on All Eyeballed Up.
Holy crap. That was high definition right there. Hi, you can't even see me. My screen and my white dang snow skin.
Yeah, John, the only way we know someone's there is the glasses, beard, and hair.
That's true. The wall is tanner than I am. If we're out something or yeah, RT.
You know, that's a good point, John. You know how people are always talking about you gotta be careful what you smoke in your mirror shine to color it properly, right? Well, if someone ever says your walls look dark from the tobacco smoke, just tell them, no, I'm coloring it.
That's a good one. I thought you were gonna go with like the walls only look dark because my skin is so light. Arnold
up in Israel means up yours. Oh well, giving Edan thumbs ups. I do that.
Like, yeah, Don. He's like, I can't be on my live. It's postponed. All these Americans are flipping me the bird. Who knows what pinkies up means anywhere? Because I'm always like, what's up, Jeff? Pinkies up, buddy. I'm probably like, it's probably like some kind of really, really, really mean signal.
I always thought it was like a gay thing.
I thought that was like
one.
the toodaloo.
Chat text
Yeah.
a sobriety checkpoint.
I feel old because I have the chat overlay so everybody can see it. And then on the right, when you host, you have your own chat overlay and it's like, it's bigger. So I feel like that old guy that needs like that magnifying version to see what the heck people are saying. The hell is wrong with this tiny ass? Who's cussing at me? Oh, he said lurking, not jerking. Okay.
Pinkies up is recognized work-wide avoidance sign.
Get to the chopper. Who says
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
I should get my son in here. He can do the voice. He can copy people's voices pretty good. I cannot. You should do the bump you up series. We need to find someone like Dana Carvey, so we can do the whole pump you up from Saturday Night Live thing.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's been a long time since I saw it.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Oh,
but
man,
that was back in the good Saturday Night Live, like 25 years ago.
Yeah. This Saturday Night Live
it's been
is
a long
not
time.
Good Saturday Night Live.
Oh God, I saw Mr. Hand naked for a minute. He's like, it's time for my close up. Punky's up is recognized work avoidance signal. I'm here to pump you up. You know what'd be scary?
Mr. Hand with an afro.
If you get arrested and you go into your cell and some guy's like, I'm here to pump you up. You're like, oh God. and then if he like laughs like SpongeBob like in the middle of the night, it's like 4 hours later, you're trying to get sleep going, I hope I don't get jumped. And you just hear like, ah! I'd lose my mind. Oh, all Legoed up. Oh, he has a dirty Sanchez going on. Touch my monkey.
I found these out on Luntings.
Oh, Lego Lunting. Nice.
Yeah, they've just been on the streets.
Gosh, we found Lego blocks at our farm, just in the dirt, where we farmed forever. You just find them, or we walked everywhere. And some of those Legos had to be 30, 40 years old.
Why is RD asking us to touch his monkey? And what do you mean by monkey, sir?
Touch my monkey. Come on, do it.
Do it now.
Well, that was weird. I'm like, what the heck is wiggling down there? It was my cat's tail under the TV stand.
Yeah, that's what you're telling us.
That's what I'm telling myself so I can sleep at night.
Mabu's trying to hint.
Yeah. She's like, cat tail. You.
You're going to end up looking like one of those Russian Orthodox priests.
There you go. Yeah. That way I can show a little neck.
Kind of
just
feel
look
like a
like a-
cat.
I look like a Viking that wasn't good enough to get into battle. They can't get rid of him because his mother is, has it good with the chief or the warlord or whatever. He just can't do anything about it. So he's just there. He can't hunt, waste the resources.
It's like that show Vikings, or what's that one we like? The funny one. Norseman.
Oh, have you? What the heck?
It's on
King of
Netflix.
Thrones or Game of Thrones with lightsabers. That is the funniest stuff ever. The guy that edits it makes all the weapon blades look like lightsabers. So you
That's
see
very
this
interesting.
guy pulls out two and then he's like, and it doesn't make sense because a lightsaber wouldn't go in a sheath. But oh my gosh, it's so stupid funny. And then when the boy comes over and shanks the guy in the back, it's like a little lightsaber dagger. I haven't seen it enough, but I have noticed that compared to 50 Shades of Grey, there's a whole lot more action going on in that show than 50 Shades of Let On.
I haven't watched that movie yet.
When I was working at a call center, if we were real slow, we had to have it in subtitles, but our boss would put different movies up. So I had to watch 50 Shades of Grey because I was bored otherwise. And I was like, this is stupid. He's like, baby, let's get naughty. And she's like, I'm going to sign a contract because you're a weirdo. And he's like, do it. And that's the summary for the whole movie. Then the second movie, she's like, I don't know about you. You strike me as a weirdo. I don't want to go against my intuition. The third movie, she's like, I'll sign the contract and give you a second chance. But wait, suspension. I'm like, what the hell is with this? Yeah, my wife's like, I don't even think she signed the contract. I'm like, come on. Those people make it more difficult to get together than it should be. Gosh, they need to be on Tinder. That's the biggest thing. They're like the people that don't want to lower themselves to Tinder, so they go on eHarmony looking for a hookup because they're nervous. So they get there and like, this ought to be a good date. You're like, I don't know. I still think he also has a Tinder account. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Mikey likes it.
Patches 8'6" something. 86 inches tall.
And it's time for Patches.
Ooh, and it's time for microwave leftovers. Yes. Score.
What did I have for dinner? Oh, I had asada fries. It's a local favorite. It's carne asada on top of French fries with cheese drizzled and then, spices and stuff. And guacamole, pico de gallo. It's really good. It's like Mexican poutine.
That sounds good. My wife's like, sounds good, but the cheese. So what happens after we've been married 11 years is I didn't really like Dr. Pepper particularly well, but that's like her favorite pop. So all of a sudden I crave that. And now I get colitis and can't have too much of things or fruit very often. And she is now bothered by cheese. What is lactose intolerant all of a sudden?
Yeah,
Yogurt.
that's no joke. I went to a Mariners game once, and I took a cheese ball with me. One of those ones with the nuts shaved on the outside. That sounded
Yep.
right.
Nuts shaved. You got my attention.
Yeah, and I guess shaved nuts. No, that don't sound right. It's got the nuts on it and in it.
And they've
Anyway,
already been shaved. That's convenient.
so I ate that whole thing in that baseball game. And by about halfway home, I was in a living hell and begging Betty to pull over and get some Mylanta and whatever. And I was chugging that stuff. And ever since then, I have been real delicate with cheese. It doesn't do well. Like I had some nacho cheese the other night and it just fucked me up.
Yeah, I imagine when I have real bad colitis pains, I imagine it being like the pain you guys would get for cheese. I think that's probably pretty similar.
Bloated and gassy. Like
Yeah, but
stretching.
colitis is like bloated and gassy, but there's no gas. It's just inflammation.
Yeah. My brother's got that man, what is it? It's not colitis, but it's like colitis. Diverticulitis.
There's also irritable bowel that can be more
Oh.
like colitis in some cases.
I think
well.
as I get older, I get closer to that.
Your wife's like, honey, just one time. You're like, no, I already have irritable bowel. I'm not putting anything anywhere.
Well, it's like this. When we were younger and we planned to go camping, we didn't really worry about where the bathrooms were. Now, when you plan to go camping, that's the first freaking question. Where are we going to the bathroom?
Yeah. Is there a Tommy's Johnny's near?
Because you got to go every 5 freaking minutes.
The chat is too small. I need a magnifying glass. I need to amplify my pupil output. Or input. I don't even know. I guess your pupils don't really put anything out. That's kind of different. That is kind of weird. I know now we're about pupils putting out. I don't understand my life right now. Fortune cookie. I predict a large bill in your future. Nice. Ooh. Ooh.
All finished.
All dingused up.
Now it's getting put up for a while.
Huh?
You have two of him on there?
I do technically have 2 of him and 2 of me on there. It shows me who's in the group over here, and then I can politely make them exit.
Yeah, I got a thing over here of me. You used to have your head right over here on top of the chat, but it's gone now.
Yeah, I didn't want it anymore.
I can change my avatar, or I can edit my name. That's about it.
Oh, it left you as Dingo Slayer. Nice.
No, it did on the phone, but when I logged into the computer, I had to actually put Dingo Slayer.
Oh. I do like that, like, even if I open this back up, it just keeps how you had everything set up already.
Yeah, I like that.
So I click the Google Chrome and put in pre-stream or whatever, go into it, and it's already destined for YouTube. It's all set up, and it kept the old name, and I don't even have to change anything.
Good night, Phil. Take it
I'm
easy,
laughing
buddy.
at you.
Rectum.
Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for joining. Yes, cheers to any ladies that are viewing this crazy live.
Betty's listening.
That's true.
Oh, she just said not really. So she doesn't even give a shit.
Well, she wouldn't be a lady if she gave too much of a shit.
That's true.
That's how Mabu is. She'll be listening and then she'll be watching something or messaging her sister with earbuds in, and then you'll say something and she'll be like, yeah, that's how I felt about it. I'm like, where the hell did you come from? In a good way.
In a good way.
It's almost like I forget you're there, and then you're like, yeah. And I'm like, you can be in the chat if you want. You're like, no, I'm good.
I was good over there.
And I see the cat is patrolling the kitchen, so he won't let you buy without pouncing.
He was over here for a long time.
Our cat gets this little attitude, and he's never mean. That's why he gets to be inside still. But he'll like hide under a towel if it's hanging out of the laundry basket. Or lately he's been sitting in the laundry basket behind a hanging coat. So she walks by, he'll jump out and get her. What do you want, cat? You can't have this chair. You already took over my recliner downstairs. He's looking at it about like, I haven't slept in that chair in the last 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, there's a cat down the street. He's actually missing currently. And, like, when you walk by, he's always out there meowing and asking you, hey, give me some food or something. And he's cute and everything. And if I wasn't allergic, I wouldn't mind having a cat like that. But
like parents' neighbor's cat that gets on top of your car and rolls.
Yeah. Well, our cat, I miss our other cat. We used to have more cats that lived out here. And, we lost a few to old age. And we had some outside ones mostly that were just really nice cats. You had the one or two that would get hit in the road or that would go get lost or move to somebody else's house. And one of them, it was always great in wintertime because there's snow on the car and then there's always cat prints. So or especially if it rains and you park the car in the garage and it's damp and then the cat's running around outside in the dirt and walks all over the windshield.
RD said he had this parrot that talked, but it did not say I'm hungry. So it died.
That's terribly good. That's a good joke.
It's horribly good. It's better than I'll give it one step above Martin jokes.
It may be, don't worry though, it may be one rung up, but it's on the same ladder.
Feels like it's midnight here and it's only 9:10.
Oh, it's 10:10 here. I always think you're an hour later than I am.
I always think you're like 3 hours later than I am.
That's why it'd be midnight then.
That's why I'm always showing up late to all your shit.
He's like, he's not on for another 3 hours. I'm just getting off. Been on 3 hours.
For the longest time, I thought Tea Tuesday started at 6 o'clock my time. So I was always an hour late thinking I was on time. I just thought you guys were all just early.
My wife's like, is that why he's always on halfway through? Like, yep.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Jeff.
12:10 Ohio time. RD said, had this parrot that talked, but it didn't say I'm hungry, so it died. That's sad. It's terrible, but it's still good. Meanwhile, our cat is staring at the freaking fridge. Then he looks at you like, I don't know what he's talking about, but I could go for a sandwich.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah, he's like this. He's like, over here.
Uh-oh. Backdoor Piper's home.
Backdoor Piper.
I can hear you because you're so fucking loud.
Always bet on back.
Because you're a giant. Clump around.
You literally weigh like a gorilla, bro.
I
Come up the stairs like one too.
look like John on steroids.
Oh!
Actually, John looks like John on steroids.
It's all in the eyes.
No, it's because he gets steroids.
No.
Your arms don't have to be bigger than your enemies, just your eyes.
That's right.
Then they're like, what the heck is wrong with him? I don't want to get involved. And too late.
It's like my son.
Hey, Cascading, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Cascadian. Welcome to the late hour with
Dingus and the
Briar'd
booby.
Up.
Oh, you're nicer.
Oh, now they're going to start talking and getting loud in here. Look at this. I'm going to have to mute.
Just a minute.
Dang.
The baby's calling.
Just a minute.
Nice, Cascadian.
Awesome, buddy.
You know, I
There's
was
an
looking.
area. What's
my
that?
mom. I was like, I said, my mom lives in Magnolia, Seattle, so suburb across from Ballard, and I was looking at going up to visit her because we haven't been able to go up since COVID started, and I had looked at the homeless downtown, and I'm thinking maybe not. A lot of the places I know, it's like we adopted my cousin's son, and when we did that, we had to go down to Seattle, and we had to go to the courthouse there, and right out front was this cute little area with trees and grass where you could go out and you took pictures and, you know, to remember the moment and all that. You can't do that anymore because there's like wall-to-wall tents on that space. It's just disgusting.
COVID's overrated.
This whole homeless thing's overrated.
Well, and then I see these ads with actors about helping homeless in other countries, which I'm all for. I'm like, let's get our homeless population going the other direction. Let's focus on that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want people involved in like the Oscars or whatever it was.
Yep.
So they were moving people off the sidewalk so they could just show what they wanted you to see at home.
Yep.
And that's dreadful.
Mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors.
It is tragic. Exactly, Cascadian. Oh, Todd, I will have to let Everett know then. I'll say, Todd found you some grape by the ounce.
You know, and that's sad also, Cascadian, because, yeah, Bellingham, that's a beautiful place. I mean, that's ridiculous. Bellingham is gorgeous. It's...
Oh, I know that, Cascadian. You know, what's sad is we're in a country that more people because of overeating issues.
Right? There's more diabetes going on here than anything else.
So why is that happening? Why are we having people starve? And I understand some people made their choices or they had something happen. I get it, but killing jobs so they can't work and feed their families is not a solution.
No, it isn't. I gotta go put this stuff away.
Ohio, you doing some drinking? WV Smoke Shop. I haven't ordered from there for a while. They are good. They're a good place to get stuff from. It's been a little bit of time.
Oh,
The way you sat down, it looked like you just came out from above the camera and sat down in the chair. Like, ding! I wish I could do that.
Hey, I got a question for you.
I might have an answer.
All right, so I have a couple of pipes that are filters. The LCS Briar I got from Simon is a 9 mil. And then I have a couple of Savinellis that take the triangle balsa wood, which I love that because I'm a I drool, and so it helps. So when you're done smoking a pipe, you're supposed to run a cleaner through it to clean it out, but you can't do that with a filter, at least until it cools down. So what do you do? Do you just let it cool down and then you pull out the filter and run your pipe cleaner through it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I haven't used filters for a while, but like if I get a pipe and it comes with them, I just use them.
Yeah, I actually don't mind them. I do find that the charcoal one does rob a little bit of flavor because I've tried a couple of blends both ways. But
that's what I've heard too with the charcoal.
But the balsa filters, I really like those because they don't affect nothing. If you don't get them in right, they can affect draw. But if you get them in right, they don't affect draw. And they just soak up all the moisture, and you just pull them out and toss them. It's great.
I didn't realize in one of the pipes, one of my...
Yeah, I do that too, Cascadian.
Yeah, me too. One of the Peterson Billiard I got in a raffle. I didn't want to smoke because it looked so good. It was my nicest pipe at the time, and I was afraid to smoke it. And so I smoked it like once or twice, and I left it alone. Then I went back to it and smoked it. And I went to clean it. I was like, man, there's something clogged in here. And I was working at it, and then a piece of cardboard came out, and I'm like, oh, there was a filter in here. But that cardboard paper filter was, it was well used, because then when I gave in to smoking that pipe, I smoked it a bunch.
It's funny. I keep getting like I'll clean out my pipes, and then I'll load them, and I'll forget to blow through it. You should always blow through it at least once. Excuse me. I'll forget to blow through it. I'll get it all loaded up. What happened?
Yeah, they have 9mm also wood ones. They fit loose. They fit loosely, but it's not. They still work fine.
Yeah, my salves are 6mm.
I've only got one. Hi, Betty. I've only got one 6mm. I don't even remember which one it is. I think it's a 7LE. I didn't realize it was 6mm at the time, but I don't mind it. It smokes well. I like 9mm, but I also really like thick shanks because I'm so paranoid of breaking them.
Yep.
And you see, like some of the Bing's favorites, some guys make them custom done, and they're like, there's like barely a shank there.
Yeah.
They're super thin, and I won't get one because of that. I'm like, man, I'm gonna barely drop it. It's gonna crack the whole shank.
Yeah, Cascadian. That's for real. It's frustrating. I'm trying to work out a deal to have mine ordered and shipped somewhere else, another state, and then shipped here.
What is it?
If I get that worked out, I'll let you know.
Because I did that for I wouldn't mind helping you. I did that for Gerald Flood.
Oh yeah. All right.
Or no, it was Welsh Piper. He ordered tobaccos from a guy, and to ship to Europe would have cost them both a bunch. And I was going to send some samples to Welsh anyway.
Right, I remember that because I almost helped him with that, but then he didn't need my help. No, yeah, but Cascadian, if I like, I have a sister in Idaho, you know, I could have her ship it to me, and then I ship it to you. Or I'll come up to Whatcom County. It's gorgeous, isn't it? You look it up.
He's like, if I don't see a beautiful picture, I'm questioning everything about this trip.
Whatcom County. Population 229,247.
That's small.
Oh, its county seat is Bellingham. Oh, I've probably been here.
Heck yeah, God's country. Amen.
Let's go maps.
My dad's dealing with some stupid family stuff. So my dad is just this steadfast, persistent person about moving on and keeping people as family, you know, forgiving them easily for treating him poorly. And he's always done the right thing. I've never seen him do something that didn't end up benefiting somebody along the way. And my grandma passed, and now there's a whole bunch of stupid family stuff going on that shouldn't exist. And the one person everybody's trying to screw over is the one person that's out of his own pocket taking care of everybody. And yeah, I won't go too much into it, but it's just, it's totally asinine, because I had feelings about certain people, and my dad always said, well, they're still a good person to you. They still do this and that. Just be polite. But when I see a snake, I don't go, he's fine.
I put 2 sodas in the fridge for you.
You see a snake, you usually avoid them or get rid of them, so to speak. So I told my dad he's a better person than I am, because I would have just avoided lunch to begin with.
So I just went and checked out Watkin County, and let me tell you, Cascadian, you better be one hell of a hiker. That is God's country. He's got the Cascade Mountains right there.
Oh,
I mean,
wonderful.
Some of these views, I went to Street View. It's just gorgeous.
I really like looking at Maine often,
Yeah, I can see that.
and Montana.
Man, he's got Mount Baker, Mount Shuksen, North Cascades National Park, Ross Lake National Recreation Area, Ruby Mountain. Good Lord. You lucky SOB.
Do any of the trees have COVID?
Do what?
I was like, do any of the trees have COVID?
And you know what? At the beginning, I think they did. Nice Cascadian. That's just gorgeous. I am jealous. All we got is the blues here, and top elevation is, I think, 7,000, maybe 8.
When we go out to my grandma's farm, it reminds you of that kind of area. Well, not like mountains really. It's lots of hills and lots of big open grassland when you see like wheat and wild grass just waving in the wind like the ocean. It's awesome. And you can go out there. What's that?
Go ahead, John. No, I was going to respond to Cascadian. Go ahead, John.
Oh, I'm just saying, when you go out there, it's a ways to drive, and your closest neighbor is at least a mile.
Yeah.
And there aren't very many within 5 miles close. And being out there farming away from everybody, that is a bit of heaven right there.
Yeah. I remember we lived out in this kind of ramshackle trailer park in the middle of nowhere for a while in Puyallup, and that was nice. It was just more serene.
Very nice.
Grass might have covered. What does that mean? No, Cascadian, you're right. The blues are amazing, and I love the Umatilla National Forest. I really do. It's just it's all been shut down for the last year and a half, 2 years between the floods we had here a couple years ago and then COVID, and no one's been able to get up there and fix anything. And then we had fires.
God's apples.
We got God's wine here.
God's grapes. That sounds even more provocative.
Yeah.
Good God's grapes. What is that? I need to use that. That needs to be a good term in town.
Around here, you can drive around and just there's grapes everywhere and onions. Yeah, it usually gets that way every year, whether we have fires near us or not, Cascadian, because if you look at wall to wall, it's like we're in like a dome. And so if there's a fire in Oregon, California, Idaho, or Western Washington, we get the smoke. Somehow it all collects here. And then if that isn't going on, we have a lot of agriculture around us, and they all till the fields about the same time that the winds pick up around here. And so you get these nice little dust storms coming through. So like one of the things about living in Walla Walla is you don't even bother dusting because you'll be doing it every hour of the day. And little black ants, expect those. They're everywhere.
We get those, well, primarily around our area, just like out around the house, we've got fire ants, but they're pretty good. They keep to themselves very well.
Yeah.
And we have one ant hill my mom's tried to kill. We've all tried to kill for years. And I said, we just won't park right there. Like it's at the end of the driveway. So you either drive past it anyway to park, or you drive past it to park in front of the house. And I'm like, they don't hurt anything. They clean up any dead critters from the cat. And but we had some of those like really tiny golden colored ants.
Yeah.
Because my wife was the basement window open. We had a screen, but she was letting fresh air in one day. And we're getting ants. So where the heck are these coming from? And they were coming up through the wall just under, like behind the panel in the kitchen. Within the wall, they were coming up from down there. We're like, we've never had ants in here. How are we getting ants in here? But we do get those occasional little black ones. We don't get them as much anymore, but like around our foundation, if it rains off this one side, it'll hit the dirt and splash it up on the edge of the foundation.
Yep.
And there's this, well, we filled it now, so it's not an issue now, but there was this tiny, tiny gap in the 2x4s when they put up our living room. And they knew it was there, but really nothing should even have bothered. But the ants were just figuring it out.
Yeah. They're good that way.
As long as we swept it up, even if they're 3 inches away, nothing would ever go in there. So my dad put a whole bunch of insulation and caulking and a bunch of other crap in there, and now we have no problems. I mean, we have wolf spiders, but we rarely get them. Maybe a couple a month, but we kill them right away, so we never have any that could be any harm.
Yeah.
And
we used to catch those things and put them in mason jars with other spiders.
Oh heck yeah! And we can get black widows out here, but you have to leave something sit a long time. Like my brother had his old LTD. He used to be in car shows, and he had the hydraulic, all that stuff, and he left it in the garage for like 5 years, and he drove it to town to my parents' house, and I was living with them at the time, and it was on the rim, and I'm like, is that really what I think it is? So I had it in a jar for a while. I did the same thing. I put different bugs and stuff in there, and maybe it was cruel. I was not going to let it live because they're deadly. So
yeah.
But I don't know. One thing that's kind of fun to do is if you're like trying to warm your hands, where you're like into a jar, that carbon dioxide that comes out of you makes different creatures go crazy because it imitates that there's something's mouth nearby. And so it's interesting. You'll have a spider you could blow on or whatever, doesn't do anything, and then you do that and it's like moving all around. But
oh, cool, John. I can share my screen.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I can do entire screen, or I can pick a window, or do a.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you said it. I was going to tell you about the sharing a new window thing, and I forgot about it.
I'm going to try clicking on that maps.
Go ahead. It can't hurt anything.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat, and if it starts lagging, we'll know, but I'll see what it'll do. It's allowing it in. That's cool. Oh, I'll change my... Yeah. I don't want... Freaking cool. I did not know. Oh, I can click at the damn thing.
So this is Cascadian's backyard.
I probably shouldn't do that while you're messing. Well, that's a shame. Yes, I love this damn program. Because you can present and show stuff like that in Google Meet, but you can't do that in a live unless it's more complicated.
No. That is really cool, though. I mean, that opens up a lot of possibilities.
And the resolution's really good, too.
All right, I'm going to stop. That's pretty neat.
I like that.
That's
well, and I messaged Cane Rod, and asked him. I said, I'm trying to do this and this. How do you do that? And he was busy for a couple of days, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I just got your chat." And by the time he got my chat, I had over a day found this and figured it out. And so I said, it's okay. I figured it out. Thank you. And he sent a message. He goes, "I'm so glad you found it out. I apologize for getting back so late." I'm like, it was really only a day, man. Like sometimes I'm not able to, or I used to not be able to check mail for more than once a week.
Well, I talked to Jason over at Extra Pint Podcast and told him I finally I might have a way worked out for us to be able to do a party live. And, just we need to pick a day. I don't know, just someday. And then he'll be drinking, I'll be drinking, and we'll get people in the live drinking and just do a party. And then maybe add in more people into the windows, into the chats. And, just do a huge party on YouTube.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd love to do something like have people in the live and then do like 5 or 10 minutes of people in the chat getting to ask them questions and then rotate them out.
Yeah.
And do a big live like that and just do multiple interviews with different people.
That would be cool. It seems like everybody's going to this two-person format. I mean, I wasn't even trying to do anything like that when I did the Cosmo video where I was just trying
to Cascading, have a good night, brother. If you're still here, I'm sorry. I was looking at the screen and not the words. I hope you have a good night.
I waved at him, so I think that did it.
God, dude, that's terrible.
Mass puking. Oh, you're back. We found a way to share the screen, Cascadian, and we were able to show your backyard.
Yay, Cascadian.
Yeah, Ganji, we'll have to figure out how to do some drinking games. Maybe we'll watch all Briar'd Up videos, and every time John says the word blend, we'll drink.
Oh gosh. That would be good. There'd be a lot of drinking.
That would be a lot of drinking.
Oh, hey, there's an idea there. We could make blends, and for every decent blend made, everybody has to take a shot.
That's still gonna get you drunk.
It is.
Hey, Ron, welcome in.
Good to see you, bud.
Where are you at geographically, Ron?
He's like, God, I just got here. That's personal.
Well, I just, on the West, it's 9:38. The way he was talking, he's got to be mid to East Coast. Every pinch of something new in the blend a shot.
Every pinch of something new. See, we could get all sorts of drinks. Like after 30 drinks, we'll switch it up a little. Like for every ingredient we can put in a blend and make it decent. Make it worth being written down. Everybody takes a shot for every ingredient we can put in a blend and make it good.
Oh, you know what? Just look up drinking games and then find ways to apply them.
So
flip. How do we do that?
Every time I flip a cup over, somebody drinks. Oh, you know what I've been wanting to do and I keep forgetting lately in lives? Let's do a bowl call.
Yeah.
Here's my bowl. I don't know if I do have I have a spoon and a glass. I don't want that to be too short. Oh gosh, Cascadian. Yeah, actually I started out the live yawning and I didn't even feel that tired, and I feel pretty good now. I'm still smoking that first attempted chocolate, man. I loaded up this Meerschaum and it holds a lot.
We went on a walk the other night, and it was 1.5 miles, roughly 1.6, and we did it about an hour. And this thing, I started it right when we started walking, and it quit right when we got home.
Oh, so, that's awesome. Wonderful. That's perfect.
Yeah. And on a lunch, so I'm always piping hot on a lunch.
Well, and then it's nice when you have those times you come back and you have an area that's safe to dump the ashes.
Yep.
You flick it out on the way in.
Smoking some crack in a light bulb, Ganji.
That's good. I wouldn't want to screw up your rhythm, so I'm glad you're able to do that here with us. I can't say that this video will make it fully uploaded on YouTube after this, but I can say that we will not be the ones responsible if it is thrown off. Jose Manuel Cavendish on his steak. How the heavens are you, buddy? How you feeling?
Ganji says we're a minute behind the chat.
Oh, we're just slow. I've seen it, and then I'm just slow.
Yeah, I'm kind of retarded too.
Yeah, only kinda. Only kinda. You never go full retard. Like they say with acting. You never go full retard. Yeah. And I can say that.
Right.
I can classify under that.
That's right. I remember you saying that in one of Steve and Kathy's lives. I'm sorry. I have a shit memory. I honestly think I may be heading into the early onset stages of dementia or something. It's probably just all the bong water, bong resin.
Maybe they were right telling me to go sign up for the psych ward at the hospital.
Ooh, nice, Ganji. I am jealous.
Oh, no, Cascadian. I think it's just because I'm using a cheap laptop. So I think the picture is better when it's just me hosting. But whenever I have a co-host or 2 or 3, then I think it's more than the CPU can run smoothly. So,
Well, John, you might also, I know this camera, like if I get it to focus on anything up close, it'll be locked that way until I turn it off and turn it back on. So I don't, maybe you're
well, and I have leaned forward a lot, and then that could be, and I don't have my lamp. I noticed too, it's a lot clearer when I have a lamp over here.
because I know when we started, you were a lot clearer.
Yeah, and that was even when you were in here.
Yeah. You were clear
Yeah,
for a while. So
it seems like it has the whatever it is at 8% instead of 10, but I'm guessing that's because whenever I looked at all the, like, I don't click on the troubleshooting, but they have the troubleshooting list. So I looked through it and I'm like, well, I know it's not internet because this pre-stream thing is really nice. You can look at your email and get a feedback and click on it, and it shows this is excellent through like 8 or 9 things. It'll tell you how it did, how things performed. And all I can come down to with our internet being stuff and my lives are normally clear, it's because I've been usually doing them solo. So
yeah.
So I
usually
sacrifice, and especially with not having full on lighting, I'll blame the laptop more because I didn't pay very much for it.
like I bought this cheap POS. Well, it wasn't cheap; it was $100. But unless you have like really good light, and even then it's iffy. The picture is shit. But I did notice the more light you have, the better it gets.
Yeah.
So you may be dealing with that too. Why is Ron saving me a seat next to him? Oh, early onset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lazy day for me too. Jose, and not even lethargic. I don't even know. It's like not even quite fatigued, just tired, body tired. My mind's doing good, especially because I've actually been up a long time today and I didn't even take a nap, so it's pretty good.
There's a new Piper, Ron. Well, I guess he's restarting his channel or whatever. Can't remember what his name is though. But he said the same thing. He suffers from CRS. He said it happens somewhere around a certain age.
Can't remember stuff. Yeah, I'll blame the lighting and like this is a $200 Chromebook that I got for like 100 something. So I only hoped it would do lives because I was using a really old what the hell are those called? Not even an iPad, but kind of one of those things. Damn it, what the hell are those called? Little tablet thing.
Yeah.
And when I'd go to my phone to view that live, like to join in, I was like, holy cow, how do people even watch this? So I was like, I'm going to get a laptop and see what it'll do. And it did what I set out to, you know, and my wife even gave me the permission that if it gets to the point I want to do more with one and I pick up a better one, then she'll just use this because she can do every, so far up to this point, and even having another person in the chat, like in the video part of it, it's done everything I asked for it for not paying much, and it'll handle every, video calls, anything like that she wants to do. So not a loss. That's all I was hoping for, was just not a loss.
Yeah. If I knew German, Cascadian.
Yeah, just start offering different dialects in the lives.
Yeah. I know different. I know a little Italian and a little bit of Spanish. Like Jose, if you just turn the volume up really loud and face it outside towards your neighbors, I'll tell them in Spanish to shut up. See? So just tell me when. Okay, we're going in 3, 2. Everybody turn up your volume. No, I'm joking.
Nice. So if I click the no view video thing, it doesn't affect anybody else hosting. I wondered.
Oh, okay.
That's freaking cool.
Well,
I'm gonna grab another pipe. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Now I'm going too. And welcome to Hijack Radio. This is no longer John's Live. There is only Dingus. Tonight we bring you a tale of terror. One night, I accidentally snapped a pipe in half. Ooh, scary. All right, seriously though. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Well, Cascadian, that's because there's a tail behind them. It's a lot of mismatched stuff because I did an apprenticeship for a couple of years at a tattoo shop, and so a lot of it is just late night drug fueled whims. Like which one are you talking? This one you got a ship on the bottom that needs to get colored in, but I'm on blood thinners now, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. And then roll into a koi. This is where you go. There you go.
Oh, I can turn
Yeah,
it.
koi with water, and then knife through a rose, and then nautical star. Jaguar. This one, the guy did really, really, really drunk, and it shows.
Is it like a dragon unicorn phoenix?
It's supposed to be a jaguar with, like, I guess, tearing going up. And then I got the sugar skull, which this is one of my favorite tattoos. I love this thing. This was this chick's second tattoo, I think. So I think she did pretty good. And then, and a little star there. I don't know why that's there.
Oh, that is a good one and slightly awkward, Ganji.
Then I got a pig.
Wrong chat. That was supposed to be a text. Son of a bitch.
And then I got words down this that say God's Misfits, which is a little club we created. Hey, Glenn.
It's all right, Ganji. I was we had a big family dinner at some restaurant that used to be open here, and they closed long before COVID, so it wasn't because of that. But I sent my brother a text that was, friskily flirty live with my wife.
That's called
And,
cheeky, John.
It was beyond cheeky, let me tell you that. Oh, well, yeah, it's like, it's as pure cheeky as it gets. And
Yeah.
at the end of the dinner, I told my brother, and I'm like, sorry, that was supposed to go to her. I was just trying to surprise her. Surprise me. It was about as direct as you can get when you're talking to your wife, if you know what I mean. And then, of course, we had to share that with her sister. Because
It's
her family's freaking
like
fun.
Betty and her mom shared the same name. So when I called, the first time I called her house to ask her out on a date in high school, I asked her mom out.
Ooh.
She goes, I'll have to check with my husband first. I'm like, what?
I'll have to check with my daughter to see if we can date the same woman.
Sorry about that. Came on.
How are you doing, Glenn? Subject so far, we've talked about a lot of stuff, and now we're on the subject of tattoos. And my second attempt to somewhat mimic the best version of a chocolate blend I made a long time ago before I kept record.
And Glenn, we're going all night long.
Oh no!
All night long.
All night.
Voila. The second one done.
Oh, that is freaking awesome, man.
See, it's oh.
This is
One more.
freaking cool. When you scorch it, it kind of smells a little bit like jerky, but it does actually taste like chocolate. So when you get past the scorch, it's even good with the scorch. It's weird. That's right, Glenn. And just like her, you may be disappointed.
Yeah, Brebby.
Great to have you cascading. Enjoy your night, buddy.
Night, brother.
There you go, Glenn. I've got a pulse. That's a good start.
Oh, here's what I do.
So, Glenn, what are you smoking or loading up or thinking about loading up and smoking? Good God. Well, this totally that other blend was good, but this just beat that to smithereens.
Once a king, always a king. Once a night is never enough. What's he talking about? All night, that's what she said. Glenjamin.
Damn it, it's getting cold. It just got noticeably cold for the night, damn it. It wasn't too bad, and now my legs are getting cold. I have a heater here because I already planned for crap like this. Heinrich's Dark Strong Kentucky. Have not had it. Very nice.
Yeah. Let us
Yeah, your
know.
picture wasn't even blurry either, but the light did make an improvement.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to unplug the. We don't have very many outlets up here, so I didn't want to unplug the TV to plug in the lamp.
You kind of need dimness, don't you?
Yeah. So I've got like this light above me has a bulb blown out of it, and then our kitchen light's on, but it's all the way over there. But we put some LED lights in, and those are way better. Like it's more like a softer light versus and I don't know what it is. Like they don't put out as much heat. I just don't seem to notice them as much. So in my $10 Target lamps, I put LED lights, and that's a lot better.
See, I like the old school light bulbs. The soft
Jose,
glow.
it was good to see you, buddy. You have a good night. I hope you get better quickly,
Yeah,
but don't rush
get back in
yourself.
bed. Get back in bed, Jose. Do it now.
Invite your wife. If nothing happens, laying in oh my God, laying in bed with your wife is a lot better than laying in bed by yourself.
Yeah, unless you just got out of surgery for appendectomy and you can't have sex.
Yeah, but the atmosphere is a lot better.
Yeah, it's true.
You can have sympathy, intimacy thoughts, but
Hey, XJ. What's going on, Mr. Clampett?
Simon, how you doing, brother? Woo! It's a good night for a live.
We got a Tazine and Ozzy.
I know my parents were pleasantly surprised with just how all over the world the people I talk with regularly are.
Yeah. And we don't even fight with him.
I know. There is less bickering in the whole YTPC on its worst day, even with trolls, than there is in 5 minutes at my brother's house. I would feel more sorry for him, but damn it, he's almost 40. He can figure it out.
I posted a picture of my dogs, my two blue healers from a bunch of years ago. And they've both passed since, but XJ got on there and he said, "Well, it looks like you've been under surveillance for a while now." Candy. I'm smoking some of that pumpkin spice. It's not bad.
Nice.
Stumbo sent it to me.
Nice with the spice. Still got Kevin. Good old Twiner. Those dogs were so cool. My dog Jackson, he got ran over by a car, and so his leg was it never really worked right again. Ooh.
Even though we put like $8,000 into him. Oh, hey, cool. But he was the coolest. He didn't let that slow him down at all. I could sit there and he'd bring a stick to me and I'd just toss it in the air and he'd be doing backflips catching it and all kinds of things.
Nice.
I could tell him, like, one day Steph took off with my wallet. And I told him, go get it. She had it in her back pocket. He went, chased her down, grabbed it, and brought her down to the ground and then brought me my wallet back.
Nice.
Yeah. The FJ001 TCT. That thing's cool. You gotta, if you haven't seen that video, John, you gotta go look through his videos and see that thing. He made this. He's got this. It's some kind of farm tool, and he's turned it into a battering ram of sorts to get into my cellar.
Oh,
It's probably the only thing.
Twiner's a hell of a character.
He is, and
He comes off like quiet and subtle, but I know he's got to be an ornery son of a gun.
I think if you got on his bad side, but I think he's honestly probably a giant teddy bear.
That's what I'm thinking.
So that's probably the only thing Ganjawana can agree with Donald Hughes about pumpkin spice. No, have you tried it, Ganji? I usually don't like pumpkin spice either, but it's not bad. It doesn't taste like that shitty pumpkin spice. It's like I go down to a local coffee place here and they make their own pumpkin spice and it's more caramely. But then you go around the corner to Star Sucks and they got the standard shit. Yeah, they're hella smart. XJ. One time I was parked at Fred Meyer. He figured out how to get out of the back of the truck and walked into the store looking for me.
My dad was laughing. He's like, we should probably get you one of those seizure dogs. Bonnie was like, I don't think it'd be good for the dog. That thing would probably go insane. Like, yeah,
poor dog.
probably.
So he says.
Oh, I saw Massey Ferguson, and I'm like,
not anymore, Ganji. They stopped that. You're like squirrel. Yeah, Ganji, they don't do that anymore. But now the revised Latter-day Saints do.
Yeah, you can have all the wives you want and all the wives you don't want.
At any age you want, apparently.
At that point, being that I'm in my 30s, they got to be in their 20s.
Right?
I don't mind the whole idea, but I don't want to be on God's bad side for being a prick.
Oh, man. Having daughters is the worst as far as that goes. You know, the older they get, so do my, tastes in women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
By about 10 years.
Dad, why are you going for these 90-year-olds? It's all I can do and sleep at night.
Exactly.
They find Grandpa's porn. How old was Grandpa when he looked at this? 59. Instead of robbing the cradle, it's more like robbing the grave.
Right. Tyson or Bull Arab that recently passed away used to get into front of the car and blow the horn at me if I took too long at someone's place.
We had a little Manchester Terrier, and they looked like mini Dobermans, almost to a T. And my brothers lived in Colorado, And they came back. They just moved back, and they went back for one more trip to get their last stuff and visit with a friend. And someone threw this little dog out the window of their moving car.
What?
So, yep, right out the frickin' driver's side window. So my brother stopped, got out, and and even then, when Denver's traffic wasn't as bad as it is now, it was still a lot of traffic. But he stopped the car so people wouldn't hit. If they hit anything, it'd be his car, not the dog. And got the dog and kept it and brought it home and it adopted my dad. And that damn little dog would leap out of our pickup window and he would escape and he'd go running all over the neighborhood. And we'd look for holes. How was he getting out? Because we had a fence that had to be at least 5 feet high. And this little 8-inch off the ground dog would just clear the fence. He'd come run, jump right over the fence into the back. And gosh, he did that though. He didn't honk the horn this one time. We had the keys in my car and he stepped on them just right with his nail and locked himself in. And the spares were like 2.5 hours away one way. And we're like, oh, how are we going to get him out? So I got a ball and for like half an hour pretended to throw it across and managed to get him to run back and step on the keys again. And I was about to give up. I'm like, this isn't going to work. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Because, I mean, we had the windows cracked and stuff, but you don't want to leave a dog for 5 or 6 hours.
No.
In a car. Like, that's not fair.
It's like Jackson and the Pointer.
Yeah. Me and my buddy were out building a house, middle of nowhere. And we went middle of the day, to the local corner store to get drinks and whatnot. So we go in, we do all our shopping, and we come back out, and I locked the keys in the truck, and it was Explorer, and so it had, the little lock and unlock buttons on the armrest. So we went in, and I bought a pointer, and I went out and I had him chase the pointer around. And it took about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I finally got him to step on the unlock button. we had a crowd of people around watching. It was awesome.
Actually, this was when this was pretty early when they were barely making vehicles electric lock and unlock. And then Ganji, yeah, he was thrown because he was really little. He was a puppy, and they had him by his chest and threw him because he landed on his back and his head. So it wasn't that he. And my brother isn't one to misinterpret or dramatize anything. Like he's a very straight shooter, so if he said they threw it, then they threw it because he just wouldn't talk about it if it was like that. Because if it would have jumped out, he would have flagged him down and got the dog back to him.
Now, John, same dog, same truck. I'm driving about 40 miles an hour, and all of a sudden I feel a breeze. He stepped on the window down thing, and he even looked at me like the last look on his face was like, oh shit. And then he went out the window, and all I came back with was some fur. I mean, it could have looked like I threw him out the window.
Right.
Luckily, yeah. I think all he did was bang his knee up a little bit on that one.
Yeah, the area they were in was like 30 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And pretty congested traffic, so he had a pretty good sight.
It's like
I hope so, XJ. I hope those sons of bitches cleared a corner and just nailed into like a dump truck or something. Because he wouldn't have said, "Oh, they threw it, it's mine." If it was an accident, he just would have known. And if he wasn't sure, he would have clearly said, "Well, I'm not sure if he jumped out or if they were trying to grab him, and it looked like it. He could, he was very adamant they threw him.
Have you seen that Tiger King Part 2?
I haven't even seen all of Part 1.
That'll piss you off.
I had a feeling I wanted to watch it, so I just haven't watched it yet. I started to, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. I'm just gonna pass.
I mean, it's actually better than the first one because they investigate into stuff, whereas the first one was just him and her calling them each other names for an entire thing of videos. But this one they really go into like investigating into each of the people involved and whatnot, and it is quite interesting. But the amount of animals that they murdered amongst all of them, all of them, it's just it's sickening. There's one guy that killed 30 of them in one spot, one shot, because he didn't want to fix the air conditioner in the truck and didn't bother checking on them for an entire cross the country trip.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man.
Well, and you're exactly right there, XJ. They would have stopped if it was an accident. I mean, the dog went out the driver's side. For the driver to not notice the dog if it was accidental.
You know what, Ganji? She might not be. I mean, she's a bitch, but you know what? Her husband, they looked into him. He was a pile of shit. He was down in Costa Rica sleeping with a 14-year-old.
Doing a lot of shady shit.
Damn.
Doing a lot of shady shit. He was island hopping under 1,000 feet with bales of cash in his planes.
That's when you feed him to tigers.
I think they did. I think what happened was because he had some people down there protecting him that he was paying. And they told him, you need to stop hanging around with this 14-year-old because she's got family. And they're going to find out. And they're going to come kill you. And then he disappeared. So I can only think one thing.
I got no remorse for people that do that.
Nope.
No, me neither.
Absolutely none. If I was in charge of stuff, anytime somebody raped or did something they shouldn't with someone underage, they're going to jail for a while to get raped, and then possibly, you put them on death row, they can get raped for 20 years before they go to death anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And have 3 appeals and girlfriends and online cable.
Well, look at Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
He escaped twice. Once was out of his cell, and even if you put the escapes aside, he was still. They had guards that knew him and looked the other way and let him impregnate his friend.
That's just fucking wrong.
I just don't know how you could, to be blunt, I don't know how you could get in the mood in prison. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If it's the whole theory that you don't use it, you lose it.
I know.
Mine would fall off.
You say that, but sit in prison for a year. I bet you'll be able to get in the mood real quick.
Yeah, maybe it's the insight I'm missing. Maybe that's it.
I tend to think they can get into the mood real quick. Tiger shit. I know, Ganji. That's what I thought too until I watched that part 2. The government and
Ganji.
There's a lot of people been researching him because they were pretty sure she did it. I think she definitely defrauded the daughters out of the money. I think she faked the will and all that, and she may have had a hand in having him killed. There's some definite questions there.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was Lily White.
Well, my thing is here you have PETA and the government working to shut down all these cat refuge places, right? And granted, they should have been shut down. These were horrible places. But they're not that far off from what Carol Baskins has. And you have to think, why aren't they going after her too? and I would tend to think just the way she plays in the courts and whatnot, she's probably helping PETA nail him down.
I would keep that in mind, Ganji, if I ever go. Okay.
No, that is false, Ganji. That is false. I've heard stories of a guy who tried that, and he ended up getting forced into the shower by the other inmates. And it wasn't a pretty shower.
Was it a shit show?
Yeah, it was a shit show. Inmates take care of those problems.
I always laugh when you watch a show on prison and their views on better looking people is so different from in society. Like, you do get some that go in there, they're not in there very long, and they know pretty is pretty and this is that, but some of them, it's like, I saw this one, they had this girl that was talking about a lot of other girls like to do favors and buy her snacks and stuff like that. And she's like, I would take a girlfriend, I suppose. She's like, there are a lot of ducks in here, not a lot of swans. And the one saying that is like butt ugly, crappy attitude and everything. And I'm like, you aren't exactly good looking yourself,
It's okay. I've spent a little time around inmates or post inmates, and I can tell you, it goes from a thing of aesthetics, to a thing of can I trust you?
I could see that. I could see
someone
that.
that they can trust wholeheartedly, and they know, is their ride or die. They could be missing teeth and eyeball. It wouldn't matter. That's their ride or die.
Oh yeah, there you go, Ganji.
Damn straight.
I've watched. I love watching. I like documentaries because they always give. Well, a lot of documentaries do a really good job. A lot of them lately give great information, and they aren't totally biased. And there's the one on Ted Bundy, and there are a couple of different versions of his. Like, you can see it from different points of view, and they all line up. And then there's one of the Unabomber, and those are really interesting. It's the Unabomber in his own words, and both of those guys screwed up anyway. And Ted Bundy, they had early signs. If you watch carefully and really try to read his mom, you can really tell that there's a whole lot of denial. Like, when it was all over, a couple of guys, I think it was a reporter or two that she trusted with them, and they worked with him and stuff. They went over to his mom's house and they were talking about the case, and she just said, "Who's for apple pie?" or something like that. And she just totally ignored it and went and made him an apple pie. So they ate apple pie that evening, and then they went home. At that point, everything was all done. They got the information from him that he wanted to give, and got everything, all the I's dotted. And it was crazy because they had gone to some camp or something, and he made a tiger trap, because we're talking about tigers. They had wooden spikes in the bottom with leaves and foliage over the top, and a little girl got a huge gash up her thigh. You'd think at that moment they would have had that kid in some kind of psych evaluation, and they never did. And people know he did it.
Yeah.
But they're interesting stories. And my criminal justice mind really, really likes them, trying to figure out different things or see if I can pick up things that they aren't intentionally putting on camera, and then see by the end if I missed anything or whatever. So
You love that stuff.
I think that's why I hate those old old mystery movies, because they foreshadow too much. It's too easy. And
Yeah.
you've already 5 minutes into it, you already know how it's going to end. It's no point in watching. But that's why I want to get that Sherlock Calabash so I can watch Sherlock Holmes while smoking the Calabash, and I think that might make it interesting enough.
Yeah, I can see that, Ganji. I could see that. I think you're right. I think Unabomber had the right makeup as a person that with the psychological experiment could be pushed. But again, a lot of people that way for the amount of years that they did that to him, I don't think very many people wouldn't have been. I'll put it that way. They wanted to break him, and they broke him, and then they tried to say, "Oh, we're fine. We didn't really do anything that bad." I think when he was broken down, I think he had more capacity than most people because he was smarter than a lot of people. But I think you're right there. Like you said, it's public knowledge, but I thought about that off and on through it too, because I've watched it more than 2 or 3 times. I think now.
Well, it's just like what's his name, Helter Skelter. He was a product of Manson. He was a product of manipulation as well. And the FBI kept him rolling and kept getting him out of trouble, and then he walks in and kills a house full of people. So, I mean.
Well, that's there you go, Ganji. That's what I was trying to think of to word it. I like how you put that. Yeah, there you go. He was a product of
conditioning.
Terrible tragedy. I'm a product of terrible speech. Terribly tragic occurrences. And, I grew up in a good household. You can still have people, even not in the household, push you a lot, and make you think things and go, no, I'm going to be a good person. And, and that's if you have a good household, even that can happen. So then you include stuff messed up. It's crazy. I watched this girl. She had gone, there was this awesome school deal. It's it's pretty much juvenile detention, but they run it more like a boarding school sort of thing. And the people that run it are fantastic. And there's this one girl that she's gotten out now. She's got a job. She's got a family. Everybody's good. But her mom, when she was released from the first time from juvenile hall, strapped her to a bedpost and then shot her up with drugs and almost killed her. Now, how would that not screw you up forever?
Oh, yeah.
Your own damn mother forcing you to take drugs.
Yes.
And they did that to her for like 7 days.
Forever.
Unreal. So cheers to her for turning out at all decent.
Right. Hey, John, I think I'm going to call it.
Well, thanks for joining, buddy.
Yeah, this was fun, man. Thanks for inviting me.
It's been great to have you as a co-host. I know I've kind of put you on the spot, but it was fun, man.
It's all good. It was fun. We'll see you.
Next episode, Betty's going to co-host too.
There you go.
I'll step back, and then you guys can be the co-host. I'll screw with people. I'll say it's my live on my channel, and it'll be you two. They'll be like, wait, what the hell happened?
We'll just use her work computer. She can be right on the other side. All right. Good night.
Take care, buddy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. People do some messed up stuff and then push it on to somebody else and say, "Oh, they just had their own problems." In some cases they're right, but a lot of times they're not. Thanks for joining, brother. You have a great night, man. It's great to see you again. I'll finish this bowl. I suppose I probably got about 5 or 10 minutes in it, and I'll close it down as well. But it's been a pleasure. So, XJ, if I hope not to offend you with this, but how have you come along with your not so neighborly neighbors? Oh, nice. At least there was some decent resolution. Oh, I'm sure. I've noticed a bunch of people like that. Lately, they've been crawling out of the woodworks, man. Real nice when they want something done, nice for even months. Then toss you to the curb like they don't give a dang about you until next time they need something. Yeah. Hate when people act like that. There's just no need. So, what are you smoking today? I'm working on. I made a chocolate blend a long time ago before I recorded any of my blendings. Way early on. So I've been working on recreating that tonight, and I made 2 good blends. This one's better than the last one, and it's less components, so that's good because I can save on some of those other kinds. But I just haven't quite nailed it. But it is very good. It's like a light. I don't know. It's almost like a dark cocoa versus chocolate, but it is good. Need re-educating. Well, that's good that you're able to work with the mayor a bit, at least. Well, and that's exactly it, man. It's different in the country than it is in town. It just is. Some areas may have bigger differences than others, but it's just different. I've enjoyed mostly the peace and quiet, but there are some things about town we like, and some things about bigger cities, not real big cities like New York or anything, but there's some about bigger cities my wife and I enjoy. You know, a lot of it is shopping and being around more people that we know. Um, but there is a nice tranquility in the country. We've got a lot of nice neighbors that we can trust and don't have to worry about. And it's in a good neighborhood, so to speak. And, so there's a lot of good. We're currently working on revamping our garage. We just got a new garage door in the other day, and it's a nice automatic one finally. And the other one, especially when it got cold, it wouldn't lift right. So my wife couldn't lift it. I could barely lift it on the bad days. So they reinforced it and then put up this nice door. And we're going to put a new side door on it and a new roof and clean it out real good. We have our outside animals all set up in there, but they don't use it as much. They really prefer my dad's shop where we keep the food anyway, because coons can't get in there. And so our idea is to move just some arts and crafts things into this garage and really clean it out nicely. Because when you get wild cats, they don't always go outside. And so we don't have the ones around anymore that would mess in the garage, and we've cleaned it up a lot, but we don't want to get to that point again. So our idea is to allow the cat access to my dad's shop, and then I can work on blending tobacco or shaping pipes, things like that. Oh, okay, nice. Glad to have you back, man. And I've got, this is one pipe I've worked on. It was a hobby block, and I'd really like to work on it some more, but it's getting cold out, and I'm trying to keep this nice character bit on here. And it's a little oblong. I still got some sanding to do, but I'd like to work on that. I don't want to work on it in the house, obviously, but it's too cold to be out doing it. And if I could be in our garage and have it insulated and have more outlets put in and be warm, then I'd have a place I could set up pipe stuff in cabinets up off the ground, in display cases and cabinets. And so when I want to blend, I could have a nice area that's insulated and warm and taken care of, and just have a nice spot to convert to kind of my wood shop stuff. I used to make wooden toys. I'd like to do that again and get more into really nice looking tampers, maybe some wooden ones, and shape pipes out more and be comfortable. And I've got a slight allergy to some cats. It depends on the cats. But yeah, you got it. Your cat attacks you from under the bed. That's funny. XJ said our wild cat attacks me from under the bed. Sounds like ours sometimes.
Not to you, but
Just to my wife.
maybe rolls or like that being all be nice.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, Glenn. That was the other thing. I was trying to remember what else to mention. Yeah, we'll have dust extraction in there. We'll have it all set up. And then when I need to do any sweeping, you just open the front door and sweep. And my wife is extraordinarily good at drawing faces and portraits. And we'll put a nice, clean, really flat, really nice desk in there for her to work at. And she and I used to both do acrylic painting, and we're really good at it. So we just like to have a place we could do that, because we don't want to set up a bunch of stuff in our house when we're working on maximizing the layout, maximizing the space we have. Okay, good to know, man. Thank you. But we just, want a good work area where we can, like you said, XJ,
I feel like you're getting out of the house.
getting out of the house more, but still being close enough to the house. And I'll get the lighting right so it doesn't bother me, and temperature right, because the problem is my upper body handles cold easily. My legs don't do well in the cold. After West Nile, they just don't. So, especially because I did have some muscle loss, so there's not as much warmth circulating through my legs. So if I can be in a place that's the right temperature, be comfortable, sit down and work, and she can work on stuff, it would just make it a lot better. Oh, we got Todd with us. It still can drop bear. But the LED lights are a whole lot easier. If I still looked into the bulb for a short time, it would bother me, of course, but they're like a softer light. They don't put out as much heat. And the heat can trigger it. I mean, I can feel light waves, and it's such a weird sensation. It's something you shouldn't even be able to pick up on. But I can pick it up from across the room if there's a light that's just wrong for me. But LED is very good. And I just got a couple of cheap $10 lamps from Target a while back and changed to LED bulbs, and they're cooler. They put a softness in the light, and they're just a lot easier on me. So we'll make it so there's plenty of overhead light. So if my wife wants to work in there and wants to really be able to see what she's doing, then I can hang outside and smoke or something, be near her and be away from the light. And then we'll have it set up that we can kind of either have a dimmer for them or have some lamps in there and stuff. And we're going to have, I don't know what we'll do for heat. We're talking about cove heaters at this point. Good insulation but I have to be warm enough because if I shiver, I can get more. Oh, absolutely. And we've got windows, so we'll use that as we can. But even natural light, even though it is the best to work in, will cause me issues some days as well. But we have got plans for already. Hey, I can hear you.
Hello.
What's that?
Still won't let me access my camera.
That's weird. We can hear you at least a little bit. It's a little breaky, but it's not. We can still hear you. Yeah, so it's just like in the early morning before the sun rises up enough. I can have this open, these shades next to me, or I can have shades downstairs next to me open a bit. And we'll put shades on it too. Oh, okay, I got you, XJ. Nice. Yeah, if you guys notice when I'm at my parents' garage doing videos or lives or whatever, I never have the light on. I just have a door open to let the natural light in because my dad put lights in there that are amazing to work in, but I can't handle them. I can flip the light switch on and then it's a matter of seconds. I'm feeling more seizures. I just sent you an email, Glenn. But oh, okay. Yeah, I've always liked those. And I didn't know what could set them off. And then because of West Nile, I've gotten them worse, and it just is what it is, you know. But it is frustrating. Like something as simple as light. Yeah, these must be warm LEDs. I'll have to look sometime and let you guys know. But it's amazing the things that, and some of these things were more subtle. But when I look back to even in some of my years of elementary school, being under vents and stuff, I think were causing issues. And looking back, I can even think of some pretty clear instances that it was probably seizures happening that I just didn't catch. But now I've gotten, we've done the whole sleep deprivation and studies and studies and studies, and gone back and looked on camera and sort of interviewed people that have filled out witness forms for us just to listen to what they experienced while I was in it. And it gives a good picture to figure out, okay, this is what happened. Oh, your camera's up there, Todd.
There I go.
And your sound is better.
Yeah, I went to settings and redid everything.
I didn't want to. I almost suggested it could be your phone or camera or something, but I didn't know for sure what you were using or if there was a setting that would fix it.
My phone. Apparently, I didn't have an avatar, so I added an avatar.
Oh,
But I don't know why I didn't have one last time when you first did it, but I don't know why it's making me do one now.
maybe there was an update or something.
Might be. I don't know. That or I just got lucky when you tried it.
Could be.
But I figured out the problem.
Nice.
How you and your wife been?
Doing good, buddy. Had a long day of mostly resting, and that's just what I needed.
That's good. Sounds like your medicine's doing good.
It's been pretty awesome. It's been a big noticeable difference, and the goal. So, we've got a few different goals as far as what to do with medicine and stuff like that. And the current goal is to lessen the myoclonic seizures, which are when I have jerking and stuff, because those more easily trigger the complex partial seizures that set off into grand mals. So the overall goal is to just not have any more grand mals is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because those are potentially deadly.
Yeah.
I survived 2 of them, but they sure beat the crap out of you.
Yeah. I know how that is. My mom had a couple of mini strokes.
Oh,
And the last one she had, it was a stroke and a heart attack together, and she passed away from that.
do you hear that, honey? I'm sorry about that, Todd. That's terrible, man. My wife's mom had a stroke, and then she had a mini stroke the mini stroke was pretty devastating. But her mom recovered just absolutely phenomenally over the years, but it took a while. They can change a person. So she just kind of had to really learn her new personality, and her old was still there, but it was more trying to recognize the differences and kind of be back how she used to, and she's done very well, but it took a long time. But strokes are
Yeah.
crazy.
She woke up, but I'm out of it.
Oh no. That's how some of the seizures are. If I'm staring off, sometimes I'm moving around and I can do things, or I may respond to stuff like physically and not even know I'm doing that. I'm usually unconscious, and it's weird.
Too much.
What the hell? Something like your screen is. Why does it keep saying that if my camera's on?
But thank you.
Your camera's on right now.
Yeah, but I keep saying something went wrong.
I've had 3 of these.
Make sure your camera's connected.
Yeah, it says your network's good. It says 8 out of 10.
I don't know what's going on.
And it could just be that it's too much for it. I don't know. I know my laptop can't have more than as soon as there's 3 people in it or not. It says 3 people or more, then it starts having a little bit of delay. And then when there's 4 people, then the delay builds over time and gets worse.
Old and outdated.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed that it's working, because this is I've got a cheap laptop and it's working, but it can't handle a ton. So I can, a lot of phones that are new can handle it, but a lot of phones not even that old probably will have issues. Poor guy. Because it'll put my connection from usually 10 to 8 or 10 to 5 even if someone's on there, but it goes back and forth, and it seems to be keeping up pretty well, at least. But I finished this sucker, and I'm going to grab a snack before bed and then head to bed. So I want to thank you guys for being here. It's been nice to have you and share a pipe with you, or 3. I did good. I smoked. I was gonna smoke more pipes, but I smoked the Dublin from Phil, and then my Meerschaum, and then the Dublin from Phil again, and those hold a lot. And I packed that Meerschaum crazy, so that lasted forever. But thank you. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you, XJ, Glenn, Todd, anybody in the background there. It's good to have you. I appreciate your time. And I may get to do another live tomorrow. If I can, I'll do one either before or after Steve and Kathy's, as long as I'm not stepping over anybody, and I'll watch, make sure nobody's going live after. And then, we'll see what fun we can have tomorrow, I hope. If not, I'll do a Google Meet or something probably, but I'll let everybody know if I do anything along those lines. But Yeah, ta-ta for now, definitely. Good to see you, XJ. Always good to catch up. Ron, great to have you. Thanks for being here, buddy. Good to catch up with you as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys soon again. Next thing on the schedule is Tuesday, Tumultuous Tuesday in live stream. So hope to see you guys there, and hope you have a great weekend and a nice couple of days. So take care of yourselves, and maybe I'll see you in some lives tomorrow. But you guys have a good night. Thanks for being